times have you listened to American Trilogy this week?
Well, last night I started marking to see how many of them did Trilogy, and I lost track at 9. I quit counting, but I think 9 of the contestants out of 17 last night did the Trilogy. Or the triology, as some of them say.
Thank you. God bless you. Thank you. Goodbye. That's a great time, folks. We hope you enjoyed the show. We'll take a few minutes and we'll be right back. Y'all stay with us. Yeah, I see a lot of Elvis impersonators out in the audience tonight. We get up singing with us, so don't y'all go away. We got a lot more Elvis music coming out, I guarantee.
Thank you very much. Oh, man, I tell you. My name is Will Reeb. I'm an Elvis impersonator from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And I've been performing Elvis for approximately 15 years as a part-time thing.
And now, it is new, so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case of which I'm certain.
Well, I do my own suits. I have them sewn up for me, but I do all the stud work on them.
Life is full, I have a lead.
It's obviously quite an important thing in your life. How much does it affect you? I mean, do you think you could have a relationship with someone who didn't understand, who wasn't a Presley fan?
I don't think so. I really don't think so. You know, right now I've got, you know, since I do my own suits, I've got sort of a schedule of, you know, I want to do a certain suit at a certain time, and, you know, make another suit at another certain time. So you know, I call it the Suit of the Month Club. But, and it takes, you know, a few hours to do a suit, you know, unless they want to sit home and watch movies with me while I whittle away with the studs and stuff like that. They would have to be pretty understanding.
But on, when there was down, I hit it up, yeah, spit it out, I faced it all, and I stood tall, and did it my way. Love.
They would cost you if you bought them, you know, from somebody who makes them for you, custom made, and the range of about $1,100 to $1,200. Making them myself, I can put them together for about $300 or $400. A lot less expensive, and because I'm good with my hands, you know, I enjoy doing it. So this one's actually a reproduction of one of the suits that's in Graceland right now. It's up on the back wall, just behind the white version of this suit, and this is called well, the Black Red Lion suit.
The costume you see here is one of the costumes that was worn by Elvis Presley in the late 70s. It is one of the embroidered suits which Elvis in later years went to because it was something that was quite elegant to wear. And then we go a few steps back, and around 1972 Elvis Presley wore a style similar to this one, and this one was called the Burning Love jumpsuit. And that was one of Elvis's favorites. It was introduced, and the reason why it achieved the name Burning Love was because it was introduced on stage in 1972 when he was performing the song Burning Love for the first time on stage. We have many other costumes here. This is a costume. It was called the Comet suit, which there was also a remake done of this for the movie Elvis, in which Kurt Russell wore one of these. The costumes themselves are basically designed off the original designs and patterns of Elvis Presley's, and we can basically cut these things to fit any size or shape, and that's what you have here.
What do you think the appeal of the jumpsuit is to someone who wants to wear it? What do the impersonators like about owning one, do you think?
The impersonators enjoy our costumes due to the fact that they are so authentic, and we have even been told many times in the past it's actually like stepping in to one of Elvis's suits itself. It gives them a more realistic feel and a more realistic look, in turn which they can put on a much better show.
I work at General Motors in Marion, Indiana, and I've been with those for 22 years. And this is my sideline, but I made more money doing this last year than I worked for General Motors.
I may be a bit cheeky here, perhaps. I noticed that some of the women at the club were getting rather excited last night to see everyone performing. I wonder, is there such a thing as the women come to you and get more attracted, do you think, because of you doing Elvis? Is there the...
Yeah, I've been attacked by women in this suit more than I have in, jeans and a T-shirt. Yeah. Yeah, that's for sure. So it has its advantages. Yeah. Well, it's just, a lot of women, they like men in uniforms. I don't care if it's the armed forces or a policeman or a mailman. They just like the uniforms, You know how you ladies are out there.
This here room is our newspaper room where we catalog all the newspaper clippings that's been put out on Elvis since he started out from back in 1954 to this very present day. And there's a total of over 18,000 newspaper clippings in this room here, all cataloged. Even the writer's name who wrote the stories, and they're from all over the country. We also have a collection that we keep of newspapers that has anything pertaining to Elvis that has to have the front page either about him, his daughter, his estate in any kind of way. And if it consists of that with something on the front page, we go ahead and we keep the whole paper. And just since we started collecting whole papers, we have a total of over 2,000 stacked up in this room here and in the back room of all wrapped up with anything pertaining to Elvis on the front page, because people all over the world, they collect these papers and they're very expensive.
As my dad was saying, we have abundance of newspapers, total 2,500, that has Elvis on the front page that we keep for significant value. Also, we collect additional papers that has Elvis pertaining to them for extras to trade with fans.
Mabe, and this is Joni Mabe's world-famous traveling panoramic encyclopedia of everything Elvis. And I became an Elvis fan on the day that he died, August 16th, 1977. And I've been traveling around for 7 years installing my Elvis encyclopedia. And one of the highlights I have here is the Elvis wart that I got from a doctor in Memphis this past year. He got this wart removed in 1958 when he joined the Army. I discovered it on his wrist. I thought, there was a possibility that somebody had saved it, and sure enough, I found it. Well, I make a lot of the things that are on exhibit, and this is a coat I made. It's got 5,000 buttons on it that I made. And this is a dress that I customized with Elvis figures. And I don't filter out the things in this museum. That's why I call it the Encyclopedia of Everything Elvis. I mean, it has stuff that, are positive and negative about Elvis, because I don't want to whitewash, what Elvis is. Toenail right here, I found in 1983 in the jungle room in Graceland in the carpet. And I don't know really if it's Elvis's toenail, so I call it the maybe Elvis toenail.
What do people think of it?
I think they love it. I mean, they come in here and just stare at it. Or positive, they all love it. It's like, if you're an Elvis fan, when you walk in here, it's like walking into an Elvis world.
Treat me like a fool.
August, during the Death Week, there's a lot of Elvis impersonators that show up, and, you know, I meet a lot of them there.